All right. Good evening. Before the regular council meeting starts, we have committee meetings. These are less formal than the actual meeting, so if anyone from the public would like to comment, you're welcome to, but we ask you to keep it very brief. After the meetings are over, we will begin the regular meetings where there will be time for 2 times for general public input. We've got 7 pieces of legislation tonight, and we're going to start with Mr. Stock of the Streets and Drainage Committee.
All right, I'm going to open streets and drainage, and we'll call it 6:02. I'm going to check my roster here. And Mr. Paula is absent this evening. She's excused. So anyhow, we have several pieces of legislation. I'm going to start out with the first reading of resolution number 23-R-51, a resolution authorizing New Franklin to enter into an agreement with OHM Advisors for the construction services for the New Franklin 2023 paving project and declaring this an emergency. It's not to exceed $48,300, and I'll let Paul talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, this is when we didn't need a contingency. This is a set amount. OHM, Josh Slaga is now our principal contact there. We engaged Josh to do the bids for this project, so he's totally familiar with the process. He's worked this for us for many years. This would be the construction inspection as the bid was awarded to Cargo, and we always have a separate engineer that basically does the inspection as the paving is going on. So that's what this contract would be for.
There's not going to be any other questions. If there is any questions, let's waive 3 readings on this, get it going. All right, we'll move to another first reading of resolution number 23-R-52. A resolution dedicating the community grant funds awarded from the 2023 federal fiscal year appropriations to Summit County, New Franklin area sanitary sewer improvements, phase 1 project, and declaring an emergency. And this was $3 million. This is
Right. This is
awesome.
Yes, thank you. This was the appropriations, the grant that we received from the 2023 federal fiscal year towards the sewer project, specifically as it relates to the pump station on Vanderhoof. Those funds are being joined with funds that Summit County is pledging as part of the Ohio Public Works grant application to get that process moving. At this point in time, they're going to submit it in 2 phases. In the first phase, it's a $15 million project. And the first phase will be the $9 million to get the pump station in and run the line up Vanderhoof. We're looking in other directions to try to come up with another $6 million. So we're beating the bush on that one. But the county, New Franklin's share here would be the $3 million that we get from the federal money. The county would be dedicating $4 million, and they'd be looking for the balance from OPWC funding. So that application deadline, which is normally June 30th, got extended out to August 31st. So the application will go in before then, and we won't know the answer on that one probably for a month or 2 after that. So, but this is a formal declaration that $3 million is going towards that project.
The only question I have real quick, sorry, is phase 1 is defined, right? Because it wasn't defined and we just referred to phase 1, but it's the pump station, and is there a document that defines it?
Yeah, that's the title that Summit County gave to the project.
Okay.
So that's a formal title.
That's what
Anything else? All right, I'll be asking to waive the 3 readings on that also. Moving to the first reading of resolution 23-R-53, a resolution authorizing New Franklin to enter into an agreement with OHM Advisors for the municipal separate storm sewer system MS4 compliance and declaring an emergency.
Yeah, this one, the EPA have changed some of their guidelines. We were permitted in years past municipalities to join with the county in the MS4 storm sewer system permit process. And the EPA announced a few years ago that they're going to require municipalities to have their own permit process. We'll still utilize Summit County's resources in terms of implementation, inspection, and those kind of things, but we have to have our own plan. And so OHM, who's one of our engineers, and again, has been with us on this in the past, Josh Slaga, has presented a proposal for a cost not to exceed the $17,500 to draw up the management plan and have it approved by the EPA.
And this is storm sewer only.
Yes,
Nothing
right.
Questions?
Yeah, I have one question. In the proposal, it says that the map that's gonna map out where all the storm sewers are is gonna be a separate project. Do we have any idea what that's gonna cost us at this point?
I'm not, no, I don't. I don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure that that's something that we're gonna be responsible for creating, or whether we're just gonna be adopting it. So I'll have to find that out.
Okay. Thank you.
But as of right now, there's nothing
No.
we have to be concerned about as far as paying for anything for that.
No.
Anything else? Okay, I'd like to ask to waive this one too. All right, gotta jump on here.
Yeah, 56.
All right. We'll go to resolution number 23R56, a resolution awarding a bid to MCB Paving for the paving of the city of New Franklin parking lot project and declaring an emergency. All right, we had several bids for this and McB Paving. They're at Ashland, Ohio. They were $175,969. Next bid was at $225,391, and then $232,488, and $248,055. So that is our lowest and best responsible bid for that.
Yeah, and I would add, with this parking lot project was included as an alternate in our original bid process for the full paving project, but the numbers came in a lot higher than we wanted to see. We ended up awarding that contract to Carvo because they were the lowest cumulatively once we took that piece out. But their bid for the parking lot was $278,000.
They're not even tough.
Right. So basically, by rebidding it, we're going to come in about $100,000 savings. We did add the 10% contingency here, as you can see, so that the actual bid price, as Mr. Stock pointed out, was $175,969. We added that 10% to authorize payments of a total of $193,565.90. That's with that 10% contingency.
The engineer's office estimated that project at about $200,000.
Yeah. So we did good on this.
Questions?
I do. Do we really need to do it? I understand the parking lot isn't pretty, but, you know, a top coat and maybe some painting. I'm concerned that we'll probably be looking in the next couple of years to put sewer in, once it comes down this way in the next couple of years. There has been mention at past meetings about a possible expansion of the building. Is it really necessary to invest this money into the parking lot at this time?
We had a lot of conversations about that. Brian's here. We have the water in, and by the way, I don't think I had a formal announcement on that. We have aqua water now. So the water lines are in, and Brian was working to get the location for the sewer lines to put put the pipe in prior to the paving. I had the same, I tell you, I had the same concerns when we talked about it, but driving in and driving out of here, it's in bad shape. And it's sort of, you know, this is who we are. This is the first impression people get. That's my take on it. You know, when people arrive at this campus, the first impression is what that driveway looks like. And I think it says a lot about the city if you're cutting around ruts. We have some pretty deep pockets where that we're going to improve, where the drains are, that you always have to go left or right about. So we think it's a project that's time has come. And And so that's why we're suggesting it.
Now, I understand that the firehouse too is
Yeah,
included in this,
Yeah, the
correct?
whole thing.
And that needs it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
absolutely needs it, so.
Yeah, so when we're having to come out and do it, we figured the pricing was better to do the whole thing.
So then there will be no tearing up of it when the sewer line goes in, the line will be in, so. If that was a concern here, it sounded like that.
Yeah.
So that should be.
I mean, we can dream that, right?
But I mean, so if it does.
We'll talk about that,
yeah.
That won't be an issue.
Go ahead.
Trying to get a price to get that, I don't think we'll be able to handle it, the depth. But try to get a price from a contractor to put it in. So there'll just be a small area out by the road where the lateral will be. They'll have to dig out by the road and hopefully get it past the sidewalk here so we can just hook it up so no asphalt will be torn up after we put it in.
Okay. I just want to make that, I understand that, I just want to kind of make that clear,
Mhm.
because it was brought up. Okay.
Mike, if I could just interject real quick, sometimes doing a paving project like this, even when it doesn't look like it really needs it, can benefit you in the long run, because if you wait a couple more years, you may be digging it and have to replace some base and stuff like that, you know. I haven't inspected this lot, but that's just,
Yeah, that kind of felt, we talked about it, then I went out and drove around, I said, yeah, I think so. That was just me.
Just a quick question, is it including the additional lot there?
Yes, everything we own.
Are they gonna grind and then resurface, or is it gonna be on top, because you've got that section of permeable pavement there that I'm assuming they're not gonna touch?
It'll be ground down and relayed.
Okay, so it'll keep the same level,
Yep.
okay.
Do you have just a gut feel on the, putting that sewer line in? Is that something that council's gonna have to approve because it's over the threshold?
Yeah, so I gotta
So,
get to that part too. I mean, paving's not gonna happen for a month or two, probably two. But the actual paving of it. Unless. the
We'll
part-
certainly know that by the July meeting,
Yep.
and we'll have something in front of you.
Any other thing, any questions? You're gonna ask them later down, too, is this the one that's kind of time sensitive? Not a bit.
Yes.
Okay, anything else for streets and drainage? We'll go ahead and close it at 6:14, thank you.
all right. Our second committee is Finance Committee, Mr. Cox.
We will open a finance committee at 6:14, and again, Mr. Powell is not here. This is 2 committee meetings he has missed tonight.
Guess we won't be here for the regular days.
Yeah.
3 meetings.
3 meetings, right, all right.
Yeah.
He did announce that in advance, God bless him.
He did, he's out west motorcycling, and I've seen some of the pictures, just fantastic.
Cool.
So he's very lucky to be doing that. Resolution 23R54, a resolution authorizing New Franklin to renew membership in the Public Entities Pool of Ohio, PEP, and to enter into an agreement with Summit Insurance Agency to be the local representative with Burnham and Flower of Ohio as sales and member services provider, with Sedgwick as the administrator, and with PERSO, Public Entity Risk Services of Ohio, as claims and risk control service provider for the purpose of providing liability insurance and property damage coverage for New Franklin and declaring an emergency. We've been with the PEP for 9 years now. And PEP has over 600 members throughout Ohio that are part of this insurance program. The price of it is going to be $101,055.60. And that includes a credit for loyalty, $3,912.40. So we're seeing a total increase of 10.6% over last year, but with the credit brings it down to a 6.5% increase. The year before, the increase was 14%, so a lower increase. I mean, obviously we knew we were going to see an increase, but certainly not as much as in the past. This is something that we've been doing every year for the last 9 years. So, questions, comments? We'll ask to wait for 3. Next one is 23R55, a resolution to authorize approval of a proposal from Zorn's Heating and Cooling for a rooftop air conditioning unit for the New Franklin Fire Department and declaring an emergency. This is for $11,500. The work has already been done because it needed to be done. We had an issue with the compressor on that unit, and that's going to be a $4,500 repair for a 13-year-old unit. So the decision was made that it'd be best just to go ahead and replace it at this point at $11,500. Questions, comments? We'll ask wave 3 on this. And the last one we have, if I can find it, would be 23R57, a resolution to employ Kastner, Westman, and Wilkins LLC as employment and labor counsel for New Franklin, declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately. Our labor attorneys worked at a different firm. They've moved to this firm. The attorneys that we've had, our labor attorneys, that have been fabulous for us and really done a nice job taking care of us. So we're just going to follow them. So we can keep them. They know us. They've handled us for a number of years. And I think it just makes a lot of sense for us to move on to the next organization.
This is missing the word emergency. Is that done on purpose?
Yeah, you know what, we use the old language unintentionally. We put effective immediately upon passage as opposed to written. It has the same effect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because section 3 talks about it as well. That in the event that, or section 4. No, excuse me, it is section 3. Which I also see is going to need to be amended. Because we have 2 section 2s. So, section 2 is going to need to be amended to section 3.
In the actual resolution?
Yeah, I'm looking at the right one.
So the second section 2 or the first section 2, we want to make section 3.
Yes. It's just the title of the sections. And then the final section is section 4, and section 4 does speak it. Anyway, section 4 speaks to it as emergency. And the only other thing I'd add is we're kind of happy to be back with Kastner, Westman, and Wilkins. Harley Kastner was a New Franklin resident, as many of you knew. He was fabulous for us, and God bless him, he passed away way too soon. Because of concerns relative to the labor aspect of it, there was a decision made prior to that, to me being here, to move the work up to Cleveland. And we had Patrick Hogan and Patrick Watson, great jobs. And just fortuitously, they're coming down to Kastner and Westman, and which is nice because that's a Summit County firm too. And it also puts both these attorneys, they actually live closer to the west side than they do Cleveland, so maybe a little more accessible. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And the rates are the same. There's no increase in rates.
Questions, comments?
No, so you just have to say as amended.
Yes, sir. So we'll ask to waive the 3 on resolution 23R57 as amended. And we will close the Finance Committee meeting at 6:19.
All right. I'm assuming there's nothing from any of the other committees. So having said that, we will start the regular meeting of the City of New Franklin. Pledge allegiance. Oh, at 6:20. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Start out with roll call of council members.
Mr. Cox?
Present.
Mr. Hargit? Mr. Daniels?
Present.
Mr. Stock?
Here. Make a motion to approve the minutes of the regularly scheduled meeting from May 17th, 2023.
Was it amended? I'll second it, but did you amend that minutes from the
I
June?
did.
Okay.
As amended.
Well, I don't know if, was it amended or did you?
It was
change
amended to add no to 23R38.
But I don't think we need to say as amended.
Yeah,
because
I just want to make
It
sure.
was
that-
corrected before the meeting.
Correct
Yeah.
before the meeting. I'm just checking.
Yep. So Mr. Stock seconded it.
Yep.
We have a first and a second. Ready to call the roll?
Mr. Hargit,
Yes.
Mr. Daniels,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cox.
Yes.
Make a motion to approve the financials for May 2023, subject to audit.
Second.
First and second.
Mr. Daniels,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cox,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0. Forgot to say that. This is the opportunity for public comment. We ask that you keep your comments addressed directly to council and keep them under 4 minutes if at all possible. Public comment? Okay. There'll be another opportunity later in the meeting. So now we get to our 7 resolutions. The first is Resolution 23R51, Mr. Stock. Or, I'm sorry, Kelly.
A resolution authorizing New Franklin to enter into an agreement with OHM Advisors for construction services for the New Franklin 2023 paving project and declaring an emergency.
Any discussions about this in our committee meeting this evening? I'd like to make a motion to waive the 3 readings on Resolution 23-R-51.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Call the roll.
Mr. Daniels,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cox,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit.
Yes. I'd like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 23-R-51.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Call the roll.
Mr. Daniels,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cox,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit.
Yes.
All right. Kelly, could you read 23R52?
A resolution dedicating the community grant funds awarded from the 2023 federal fiscal year appropriations to the Summit County New Franklin area sanitary sewer improvements Phase 1 project and declaring an emergency.
Again, this was discussed during our Streets and Drainage Committee. I'd like to make a motion to waive the 3 readings on this resolution.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Call the roll.
Mr. Daniels,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cox,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
Make a motion to adopt Resolution 23-R-52.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Call the roll.
Mr. Daniels,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cox,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0. Kelly, could you read 23R53?
A resolution authorizing New Franklin to enter into an agreement with OHM Advisors for the municipal separate storm sewer system, MS4, compliance and declaring an emergency.
Again, this is a Streets and Drainage Committee piece of legislation. I'd like to make a motion to waive the 3 readings.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Call the roll.
Mr. Daniels,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cox,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
To adopt Resolution 23-R-53. Motion.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Call the roll.
Mr. Daniels,
Yes.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cox,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0. Kelly, could you read 23R54?
A resolution authorizing New Franklin to renew membership in the Public Entities Pool of Ohio, PEP, and to enter into an agreement with Summit Insurance Agency to be the local representative with Burnham and Flower of Ohio as sales and member services provider, with Sedgwick as the administrator, and with PERSO, Public Entity Risk Services of Ohio, as claims and risk control service provider for the purpose of providing liability insurance and property damage coverage for New Franklin and declaring an emergency.
This resolution is assigned to Finance Committee. We move to waive the 3 readings on Resolution 23R54.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Will you call the roll?
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cox,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit,
Yes.
Mr. Daniels.
Yes.
We move to adopt Resolution 23R54.
Second. We have a first and a second. Kelly, call.
Mr. Stock,
Yes.
Mr. Cox,
Yes.
Mr. Hargit,
Yes.
Mr. Daniels.
Yes. Motion passes 4-0. Kelly, could you read 23R55?
A resolution to authorize approval of a proposal from Zorn's Heating and Cooling for a rooftop air conditioning unit for the New Franklin Fire Department and declaring an emergency.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the 3 readings on 23R55.
Second.
The first and the second, Kelly, could you call the roll?
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
We move to adopt resolution 23R55.
Second.
The first and the second, call the roll?
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0. Kelly, could you read 23R56?
A resolution awarding a bid to MCB Paving for the paving of the City of New Franklin parking lot project and declaring an emergency.
And this was a Streets and Drainage Committee resolution. I'd like to make a motion to waive the 3 readings.
Second.
The first and the second, call the roll?
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 23-R-56.
Second.
We have a first and second, call the roll?
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0. Last, Kelly, could you read 23R57?
A resolution to employ Casker, Westman, and Wilkins LLC as employment and labor counsel for New Franklin and declaring that this be a resolution effective immediately.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the 3 readings on resolution 23R57 as amended.
Second.
We have a first and a second, call the roll?
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
We move to adopt resolution 23R57 as amended.
Second.
We have a first and a second, call the roll?
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0. We have no second readings and no third readings or pending legislation to discuss, which leads us to the most important, our favorite part of the evening.
Thank you.
The marathon.
I should have patented that a long time ago.
No, that's, no, you're very kind. First of all, COVID lives, and I did it to myself. We went on vacation. My wife is still, she's compromised, so she's very careful about masks. One of the, in the middle of nowhere, restaurant, nobody there, do I need a mask? I said, COVID is over. I said those words. So, I don't even, I'm tempted to say be careful. I don't know how you be careful, quite frankly. I just don't, you just hope you don't get it. And so be careful and hope you don't get it. Just a couple things. The area, we got a letter from the Area Agency on Aging. Direction Home is one of their primary programs, and they're out in Uniontown. The Direction Home Akron Canton Area Agency on Aging and Disabilities is our designated area agency for Summit County, regional administrator of federal programs. They are involved with supplemental services such as legal aid, transportation, information, care management, emergency response, congregate meals, home-delivered meals, evidence-based wellness training, caregiver support. So, and we've utilized them indirectly. Over the years, a number of times, people have a specific problem relative to aging or a relative in that situation, and we direct them here. They have requested, and I think they've requested them before, and I just never asked if we wanted to pay it. They're asking for $1,000. Their county allocation, ongoing challenges and needs born from COVID-19 makes it, support of our program is even more important. Thank you for your ongoing support and partnership of these federal programs. Apparently there's about $2 million that comes in on Title III for all the work they do all throughout Summit County. And they're asking for a $1,000 match, which I'd be happy to provide to them. But I wanted to see how council felt about that. Anybody think that's not a good idea? Okay, all right, so we'll do that. We're moving along on the codification, and it's really exciting is one word. It's like 1,000, it's not like 1,000 pages, it is 1,000 pages. But I've been through all of it now, and I had a conversation today, and We have to do some tweaking on it. It's gonna be a really nice piece, when it's finished. It will incorporate our existing ordinances, not each and every one of them, just the ones that ought to be included in the code of ordinance. It will, if we want to repeal any, revoke any, we can exclude them, because ultimately, when that new code is put together in its entirety, council then will have to approve that new code. So there's 2 or 3 things that we're gonna have to give some consideration to, and I'll highlight too. I mean, we'll use the whole code, but anything that's a substantive type of a change. The best example I had today was, let me see. Our property maintenance enforcement board, which we have, and we discontinued, well, we put that on hold a couple of years ago, and a lot of the discussion is that it really wasn't a good tool. We'll either come up with something new or not use it at all. By not including it, we will have revoked it, that type of thing, okay? So there's a couple of, and there's 1 or 2 statutes that will call on us to, I'll bring them to your attention if they're gonna change anything substantive. So, we're probably 90 days away, at least in terms of having it. I got the first draft, we're knocking a few things around, and then when they come with the second draft, I'll get it to everybody. It's not quite as daunting as you think it might be. There'll be that table of contents. You'll know the areas you want to look at, and any areas you want to study. I've talked to the guy today. I think we'll probably do some red line and that kind of stuff. It'll draw your attention to anything that's of particular importance. So
If I could jump in real quick,
Yeah.
Andy was our Laws and Ordinances Chair. Should we appoint a different chair for any purposes of that committee, possibly giving it a quick review before it's sent to the entire council? I don't know.
or whoever comes in assumes that chair, perhaps.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Any thoughts?
Well, currently, the second person listed in that committee would be the vice chair.
He's the vice chair.
It would be the chair, currently the chair of that committee.
Yeah, he's looking.
No.
Jim.
Congratulations.
Oh! Well, that's why I said it.
You knew that right.
You know that.
Yeah, I was thinking about the committee.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right, a couple other things. Just want to say the parade was awesome, because we haven't met since May, which has been okay too. And we honored George Dubai, George Manley, and Ronald Scott Jr., and these were 3 of our living representatives who had served in the Korean War. So we're going to send out a commemorative package to them. But it was a really nice affair, and a beautiful day again, and appreciate everybody's cooperation and participation. The Dragon Boat Race, I did not tally up the contributions. We could use a few more. If you're intended to do that, please get that into us. Checks are payable to Dragon Dream Team. And I'll post something on that too if the public wants to. I mean, it couldn't be for a better cause, as everybody knows. It's breast cancer survivors. If you haven't been out to that thing, you really should come. August 10th, I think, is the date, and it's just a gala and a love affair, and to watch these women get together, these breast cancer survivors, and not just compete, but the celebration on the beach and all. So we're moving along on that. Fill in the blanks. We've had our movie night, our first movie night. We had about 80 people out to the Tudor House. Followed that with Fill in the Blanks last night. There were over 200 people there last night for Fill in the Blanks, which was beautiful. July 18th is our next movie on the lawn. It's Top Gun, the new version of Top Gun. Yeah, so that's going to be, we're looking for, that should be a big hit. And then we'll have the music nights as well, and that's all on our website, so please come out and join us for those. Our summer barbecue is coming up August 10th. We'll give you some more detail on that. That's really all I have, other than the Ward 4 applications deadline closes this Friday. I don't know if you guys want to speak on that, or we've had
4, I think.
Yeah, we've had 4 applications. All this is public record. So we've had 4 applications. And they are, I think in the order that we received them, Mark Sedlak, Gregory Wolf, Mark Webb, and Amy Fox Sir Lewis. So it's a manageable number. We're glad we had participation. It's a manageable number, I think, in terms of trying to do interviews. And if council would like to set up interviews, we've got the 40 days. Mr. Fetterman resigned June 12th by the notes I have. And that means we'd have till July 22nd. Council would have till July 22nd to fill the seat. The next council meeting is July 19th. You could take action prior to then. You could wait until then and do it that night if you know who it's going to be or whatever, and just add that person. But as long as the decision is made by council, I would say safely by that meeting on July 19th should be what you'd use as a deadline to make the appointment.
So we need to schedule separately, we need to schedule the interview process.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a special meeting for the
No.
interview process, that can be a casual.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not there to conduct, you're not there to make decisions. So, if you want to coordinate with the office staff and do it that way, once the other folks that, the other two are here, you know what their schedules are and,
Yeah, let's throw out an email. I'll throw out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with these three not being here, two not being here, I think it'd be good for us to discuss it via email.
We'll have them all in by Friday then, if there's any more come in, then we'll have them then.
Right. Yeah, we gotta wait till Friday, when they end up with 20 more, and then we gotta schedule a week of it.
well, that's true too. No, you're right. Okay, that's all I got.
All right, thank you, Mr. Beard. So we have Mr. Sedlak here. I asked him to give a comprehensive plan report since I'm acting as president, and we also have Mr. Schaefer here. So, Mr. Sedlak, you want to go ahead and kind of bring us up to date? We had some good activity here recently.
Yes, we did. On Monday night, we had the first meeting that we've had mostly in person. We had one of the committee members attend virtually. It was scheduled to be a 2-hour meeting, and we actually ended up spending 3.5 hours, and it was a lively and very productive discussion, I think. We were reviewing the proposal from Pogmeyer Design Group of action items based on input from the public visioning sessions, the workshops, and the survey. Not every action item included all of those, but most included at least some of those. There was a lot of good discussion about it, quite a bit of wordsmithing. We went through and finalized the vision statement for the very beginning of the comprehensive plan. It says what we're doing and why we're doing it, and why it's important to the city and to the residents of the city mostly. There were 9 people out of the original 22 that were in attendance at that meeting. Like I said, it was a great working session, and I think at least in my own opinion, I think it's a much better working synergy when you have all the people in a room rather than trying to do it by Zoom when everybody has to try to raise their hand, and it's a lot more cumbersome that way. We had some good participation from the public, some really good observations and good comments after the formal meeting. The public had the opportunity to make comments, and I think it was a good working session all the way around.
I totally agree. Mr. Schaefer, you want to add anything?
It was a marathon meeting, but we got a lot of good comments, a lot of good work done. I was glad it happened. And thank you to some of the residents who went to all the meetings.
Yeah, and we even had another council member, Mr. Cox was there too.
I was happy to attend, and though I couldn't stay for the entire thing, because I just didn't want to. Going on and on. But I was very impressed with the participation of all the committee members that were present. I felt that they were all contributing. It wasn't just a 1 or 2 person show. I know a lot of meetings can be. I felt like everybody at some point had some contribution into it, and I thought that was really fantastic.
I agree. I think it was our best meeting. I was just really happy with how it feels like it's coming together. It feels like we've gotten contributions from as as many contributions as we can, and I'm very happy with the process, so.
You said it's just 9 out of the original 22?
Yeah.
So does it look like the other ones are just done now, so
Well,
it's just gonna be 9
we-
again?
Well, one thing we don't know for sure, one thing that, and I guess that'll tell us, is as I was out collecting, say this on a separate subject, I was out collecting signatures to be on the ballot for the open council position. While I was out in my ward and talking to people, I got a lot of questions from residents asking, so what happened with the survey? Where's the results? I brought up at the meeting that since the survey results and the report from that is basically people's opinions, I brought up that I thought we could release that and make it public prior to the comprehensive plan being finished. We had a discussion about that, and I guess we're gonna take a vote of the whole committee as to whether we're gonna do that or not, and have everybody give their rationale for why they're voting the way they are. And I guess when we get those replies back, we'll know how many people are
We'll see whether
actually
we get
still actively
or
participating or
not.
not.
Yeah, would it be nice, I think just as a resident, it'd be nice to see it before you come up and say, here's our plan, and go, well, wait a minute, where was it? You know, here's was this. Are you gonna have any more like public meetings on it, or?
On the survey side of it, no.
No, I mean, like, going forward before you say this is our comprehensive.
On the comprehensive plan, I would assume they're going to be.
So that's what I think it'd be nice if everybody got to see what the results were, and then kind of like, get a feel for that. Then they might have more questions when you guys have an open meeting for the comprehensive plan. Because now it's just like, it sounds like it's always been, again, it started with 22, it's pretty strong for a while, but now it's just been fading. So it's from the 22, now we're down to just 9 people. And to me, it's like, that's,
My
input's gonna be nice from the rest of the.
I agree. Mr. Conwell and Lauren from Pogmeyer are kind of driving that meeting schedule. She did send a reminder out to this meeting that was really nice. I did not get to, I said I was going to try and call every member, but I didn't. We had one member came in and sat in the audience for a little while and then left. So it's.
I got one other comment, and this is more as a member of the public. I was gonna wait until the public comments. In some of the previous meetings and workshops, we had more public attendance. For this particular meeting that was in person, the push notice by email from the city went out the same day as the meeting. At midday that same day. Maybe if for any future meetings, we might want to put it out a couple of days ahead of time so people have a chance to respond, because I know if I was working and came home and at 5 o'clock and said, oh, there's a meeting at 6, I may not be able to make it. So
I do, there was a comment made, I think that was an error by somebody on the administration that forgot. And so we probably it might not, if we do have another public meeting like that, hopefully we do, we should probably send a reminder that.
a couple days ahead of time, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Good.
I agree. Okay, anything else on the comprehensive plan? While we're talking, things are moving. Mr. Mayor, would you like to give any kind of a finance report in Susan's absence?
No.
No. Okay.
We're okay.
Things are good.
Is there any old business? Hearing none, any new business? And now we have our second public questions and answers on issues that are raised at the meeting tonight. Anything else?
Okay. Mr. Adamson, you mentioned this Direction Home. It sounds like they're doing great work. Would it be possible for Katie to get something on the website? Do they take donations from the public?
I expect they do.
Well, maybe
I'll
we
do
get the
that.
information about how that might happen,
I will do that.
and maybe in one of your upcoming mayoral addresses, telling people about stuff, you might mention it.
I
'Cause
will do so.
I know now that you mentioned it to me, I might make a donation.
I
myself.
appreciate that. All right, I'll do that.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Darren?
The second draft that's coming out for the zoning, how do we get our hands on one of those? I mean, there's 2 of us out here that are running for council, whether we make it or not, remains to be seen, but maybe we want to get up to speed on, just in case we do make the council.
They're in the process of working on the revisions.
Right.
So that none have been adopted yet. I believe we got a meeting next week, and my understanding is that made some progress, I think, on the first 3 articles. And we're gonna be reviewing those next Thursday. And then, I'll get a chance to look at them next Thursday. And then from there, once they're in a fashion or a form that they feel is, okay, it's time to see about amending those sections of the code, it'll go to the Planning and Zoning Commission. And it would require a public hearing to adopt them, but I think when we set up this process, we talked about we're gonna have at least a 2-stage process. So once it got to Planning and Zoning, we'd set up a public meeting to discuss all of them and to get input on them. And it may take more than 1 meeting. Then from there, once there's that consensus that Planning and Zoning is satisfied, they've had input, everybody's had a chance to have input, and they tweak it and put it in whatever fashion they want, then Planning and Zoning would proceed with a public hearing, after which they would vote whether or not to recommend it. If they recommend it, it goes to council, and there'll be another public hearing. And then council makes a decision whether or not to incorporate those revisions. So as soon as the proposed, this first line, and there was discussion, are you gonna try to do the whole thing, or are we gonna try to do this incrementally? And I think the decision was to try to do it incrementally. It was trying rather than swallow the whole elephant. And so as soon as we get the draft, we'll get it out there. We'll put it on the site, and we'll make sure you get a copy.
I can also add to that, the Planning and Zoning Commission meetings that they're having on those Thursdays, it's the third Thursday, I think, of every
I
month.
think so.
Yeah, those, the public can attend,
Right.
they're just not allowed to participate, but you can listen and see, hear what's going on.
Yeah.
I was to the first one, I
Yeah.
wasn't able to make the last one.
Yeah.
Terry's been going to them too.
Terry, do you have something?
Just a quick question, I was trying to keep track of the scheduling, and did you say that the Dragon Boats and the summer barbecue are both August 10th?
Oh, no, I'm sure you're not.
Vote is August 12th.
August 12th, okay.
Okay.
Well, good. So we can load up with the barbecue, which is a Thursday this year. We had it as a Friday. And the 12th would be the
It'll
date.
be Saturday.
Yeah.
Thanks, because I had them both written down.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
All right, anything else from the public? Hearing nothing, does anyone on council or the mayor have any need for an executive session? Do not?
I can make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Well, first and second, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Cox?
No.
Mr. Hargit?
Hey, do the scouts want to
Mr.
introduce
Daniel?
themselves?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Yeah, we got TV here. Do these scouts want to introduce themselves? Please do. Huh? Come on, stand up, look at the camera, and introduce yourselves. You aren't going to be on TV. Or not. Okay. They'll remain anonymous. Sorry, you guys.
Thanks for attending, though.
We appreciate you, and thanks for your leadership, man.
Thank you.